Well, welcome to some Wednesday night baseball here at Dominico Field. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Barrie Baycats on what's a bit of a chilly evening here at Dominico Field. I'm Thomas West alongside Zach Benoit, and we're excited for what should be a good baseball game. Two teams that are coming off wins in their last game. The Maple Leafs, a win that they really needed against a really tough team in the Welland Jackfish. But what's got us to this point in Toronto Maple Leafs baseball is that it's been a bit of an offensive slump for the Maple Leafs to start the season. On the other side, for the Barrie Baycats, they've been very good.
Yeah, you talk about it. Barrie starting the season off red hot, 3-1, and then obviously we know Maple Leafs starting it at 2-5. But when you look at just some of the batting averages here on the Maple Leafs, you have John Solazo leading the way with a 353, and then obviously Justin Mara coming there as well with a 316. But under that, you got some guys hitting over 200 and a lot of guys in that 100 range. And a name that's in there that's kind of surprising to me, Thomas, Jose Vinicio batting only 143, which is a little bit shocking to me.
Yeah, as a team just hitting 188 are the Toronto Maple Leafs to Barrie's 298, so obviously a big disparity there. But what I think is interesting about this as well is that you can see the stolen base numbers for the Maple Leafs. That's good for first in the Inter-County Baseball League. Their team batting average is good for last in the IBL. They're not getting on base much, but when they do, they're making a lot of havoc on the bases, which has been good. And that was good against the Welland Jackfish in their last game, in a game where the Maple Leafs really wanted to get Justin Mara going. Now, he will not be in the lineup as well. The three Mara brothers are all away today, as well as Jesse Hodges, so that's not going to help the offensive woes of the Maple Leafs. But Justin Mara is a guy they got going last time out. He hit a home run well over the cage monster out there in right field. I got a chance to talk to Justin Mara after the game. Now by Justin Mara from the Toronto Maple Leafs. You hit what at the time was a home run early in the ball game, ended up being the one that won the ball game for the Maple Leafs. Just your thoughts on the home run. Did you think you got it, and how good did it feel to hit it?
Yeah, I definitely didn't think I got it. You know what, I thought hopefully maybe enough to be a base hit, not enough to get out, but it's always good to get that first one out of the way. I know people here expect me to hit some home runs, so getting that first one out of the way, get my mind at ease a little bit. The fact that it worked out to be the game-winning home run, that was great too, but the boys battled today, so it was good.
Yeah, your team lost 10-0 to the Welland Jackfish just yesterday. You came into today obviously needing a win for this Maple Leafs team. Did you think that this was the result that was going to happen today, or did you believe this group would be able to turn it around?
Yeah, absolutely. Even yesterday's game, I don't think that was indicative of the team that we are. You know, it's baseball. You play so many games, you're going to have games like that. Even throughout the season, we've had some tough losses. But the vibe in the room, we're more confident than ever. We know we got good ball players. Some of the results haven't been there exactly like we wanted, but hopefully, you know, that win against Kitchener, that walk-off kind of turned it around for us, and then battling today. So definitely we're going to turn the ship around for sure.
Just on Jesse Hodges' start today, he looks like he is really effective on the mound. I know that you've become pretty good friends with Jesse Hodges as well, right? Knowing him in the minor leagues. When you were playing in the minor leagues with Jesse Hodges, did you ever think that he would be a pitcher one day?
You know what? No, I never would have thought it. The truth is he's got really good stuff. And like when he finished his pro career, I know he was throwing on the mound. He's throwing a lot of BP. He has incredible spin rate on his off-speed pitches. And you know what? He was working in the off-season. He knew he was going to try and pitch here. And he's been working at it. And honestly, he's a horse for us on the mound. He's got incredible stuff. He'll throw any pitch in any count. And he competes out there. And that's what I love most about him. He's always competing to the best of his ability. And he fights for us. So he's a good guy to have on the mound for sure.
Justin, does this feel like a momentum-boosting win for the Maple Leafs?
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you can put a good game together like that, you know, we pitched well, we hit well, guys were playing hard, minimize the errors. I think we're finally starting to turn it around, and the confidence is in the room for sure.
Thanks, Justin.
You got it.
Of a veteran in the IBL too, as here's the 2-2 pitch from Jimenez, and this one's hammered on a line, and it is off the top of the wall and over the wall. Ryan Dos Santos has hit a home run, and the Toronto Maple Leafs lead 3-2.
And how about that?
Well, that was such a big win against the Welland Jackfish last time out. Sam Green is on the mound for the Toronto Maple Leafs here today, and he's had a good season. His ERA is at 5.87, but 4 of those runs that he gave up came on a Junior Ibarra grand slam with 2 outs on what was probably going to be the last pitch he was going to throw, at least the last batter he was going to face last time out against the Kitchener Panthers. He was excellent against the Barrie Baycats. That was in their home opener in a game the Maple Leafs lost nearly 5-4, but I think the Maple Leafs have a lot of confidence when they have Sam Green on the mound.
Yeah, and I think it's just a step in the right direction. Obviously, you know, the numbers can kind of be a little bit misleading when you're looking at Sam Green's stats to start off the year. Like you mentioned, that grand slam that got hit off him on the last pitch that he ended up throwing. If he's able to get out of that, the stat line looks a lot different. We're all praising how Sam Green has looked phenomenal so far this year. But what else do you really expect from Sam Green? That's just who he is, the kind of pitcher that he is. And he's one of those arms at the top of this Maple Leafs rotation that you can always count on to go in big moments.
On the other side of things, it's going to be Cesar Rosado who takes the ball for the Barrie Baycats. And you're going to see when he comes on the mound at the bottom of the first inning, he's got a bit of an interesting delivery. He has a bit of a short step towards home plate, but the breaking ball that he possesses is nasty, and it's why he's been really good in his first 2 relief appearances. This will be his first start. First one against the Welland Jackfish, where he gave up just 1 hit over 3 innings. He did get touched up for a run against the Hamilton Cardinals last time out. That was back on May 24th. But Cesar Rosado is a guy that really likes to use his breaking ball, and he's been effective from the numbers this season.
Yeah, and it should be interesting to see how he attacks this team. We know there's a lot of big left-handed hitters in this lineup, and a lot of these guys, they can hunt that off-speed pitch very well. So it'll be interesting to see if Cesar can kind of work around that.
So Sam Green trying to shut down what's been a pretty hot Barrie Baycats lineup in the early going. They're off to a 3-1 start. The Toronto Maple Leafs off to a 2-5 start, and this would be a real big momentum changer, you have to think, if they can string together 2 wins in a row against 2 of the top teams with the Welland Jackfish and now the Barrie Baycats in the Intercounty Baseball League.
And I think that last win against Welland, you know, obviously it's huge because it was the revenge game after getting smoked up in Welland 10-0. You come back home, you're able to do the job, get the job done. But also, like you said, for the momentum going forward in the season, you know, I mentioned on the broadcast, I talked with Ryan DeSantos a little bit, and he said 2-5 looks a lot better than 1-6 does.
Yeah.
And if you can string that to 3-5, well, then you're only 2 games under 500.
Canis Ijo is going to lead things off for the Barrie Baycats. Played for the Trois Rivières a season ago in the Frontier League. Played for the Barrie Baycats last season as well, and here for another year in Barrie. Sam Green's pitch is just outside.
I mean, you can stay right along the sidewalk, but the shortcut, once you get to the corner, there's a path through the middle. Through the edge, yeah. Okay.
Sam Green saying in his last start against the Kitchener Panthers wasn't really feeling up to speed. There's been a bit of a virus going around the Toronto Maple Leafs team. John Solazo was dealing with it a bit. Sam Green was against Kitchener, and he's happy to be back to full health and able to deliver here for the Maple Leafs. I don't think Sam Green is fully stretched out yet this season, but he's definitely in the mix to go at least 80 pitches here tonight. Count 2-1 here on Ijo. And that one's high, 3-1.
And obviously, you know, the starting point of the season, a lot of these pitchers we haven't seen go fairly deep into ball games. And Sam Green, one of those guys, we know that he has that ability to go deep. Very good arm for this Maple Leafs team, and if they can kind of get him cooking on the right side, then it'll all be good.
Big swing and a miss, count now full on Ijo. Full count pitch, just misses, maybe a bit high and inside. And Canis Ijo will head down to first base.
And that was something of note In the last outing for Sam Green, the walk totals, he had 4 walks through 4 2/3 of an inning. So coming today, obviously you want to start the game off on the right foot, you know, not walking the first batter. Unfortunately for Green, that's kind of what happens, but continue on in this game just to see him if he can battle back from some of the walks and keep that number low today.
Would love a ground ball here. This one's hit in the air deep to left field. Is it fair or foul? And it is gone. Adam Ott, the former Toronto Maple Leaf, goes deep on the second batter of the ball game. Sam Green has his hands in the air saying that ball was foul, but the home plate umpire called it fair. It was well high over the foul pole in left field. And that's going to stand as a home run. The Barrie Baycats have a 2-0 lead.
Man, how about that? Barrie jumping out to an early lead. They're staying hot. They've had a great start with the bats to the season, and they are continuing that here. And if you look out into center field, you see the flags. They are blowing over there to left field. So once that ball got up in the jet stream, it just kind of took off.
Ricky Phillips at the plate for the Baycats takes a first pitch strike over the outside corner. Ricky Phillips, the former Notre Dame Falcon in Division II, that played there between 2017 and 2019. And Phillips fouls it off, so quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Sam Green. And it's up and away, 1-2. Sam Green trying to replicate the performance he had over 3 innings against the Barrie Baycats right at the beginning of the season. That pitch is outside now, 2-2.
When you look up and down this Barrie Baycats team, again, they are hitting the ball really, really well. Over half the team just batting over 300 and putting up some competitive at-bats, as we see another one right here.
That pitch was just low by Sam Green. This is the first season that Ricky Phillips is playing in the Intercounty Baseball League. As this one's hit on the ground, Jose Vinicio scoops it up on a high hop, throws to first just in time. Boy, Ricky Phillips was gunning it down the line. Jose Vinicio had to get all that he could behind that throw to get Phillips at first base.
And again, from our vantage point up here, so at times it doesn't look like Vinicio's putting a lot behind that ball when he kind of fields it. It looks like a soft flip over to first, but again, just so quick with the hands. And that's just kind of the play style of Jose Vinicio there at short.
So this is Ryan Rio, the former draft pick in Major League Baseball, 37th round to the Philadelphia Phillies back in 2018. Also played some Division II baseball, but most notably has been a legend here in this Barrie Baycats organization.
Off to a little bit of a slow start so far this year. 17 at-bats, only 2 hits.
Ryan Rio lines one into the outfield. That's down for a base hit. And he hustles into first base with a single.
Make that 3 hits.
So Sam Green gives up the 2-run home run to Adam Ott on the second batter of the ball game. And now Ryan Rio has reached first base. And speaking of power, this is Malik Williams, and he can really crush the baseball. He was a monster for the Barrie Baycats a couple seasons ago. Malik Williams in 2023 appeared in just 6 games in the regular season for the Baycats. Hit .567 with 15 RBIs, 2 homers, and a whole bunch of doubles.
You talk about the extra base hit power, but also the eye at the plate. 7 walks, only 2 strikeouts.
He swings and misses at a high off-speed pitch there from Sam Green. Behind 0-2 now. Malik Williams has been in the Frontier League each of the last 2 seasons with the Ottawa Titans in 2022 and with Trois-Rivières in 2023. Also played 3 seasons of Division I baseball as well. The 0-2 pitch, this one's hit in the air pretty deep out to right field, and the catch is made 2 away. Malik Williams just got that one off the end of the bat. Not enough to get it over the head of Ryan Dos Santos out there and right.
And we're at that point in the day where the shadows there on the outfield can kind of be a little bit tricky to get a read on the ball coming off the bat. But a good play by Dos Santos to kind of catch it early and good read on the play.
Barrie Baycats sending the Saskatoon, Saskatchewan native Nolan Machibroa. Sam Green delivers just inside. Machibroa also playing for the Trois-Rivières last season with a couple of his teammates. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Machibroa lines it to second base. Catch made by Charlie Towers. And that'll do it for the top of the first inning. The Maple Leafs in a hole early, trailing 2-0 to the Barrie Baycats, but their bats are coming up next in the bottom of the first. Is back with the Toronto Maple Leafs, as you may have seen, and a lot of people thought that he might be retired in the Intercounty Baseball League this season, but he's back, and it was a bit of a unique scenario. Jose Vinicio leading things off for the Toronto Maple Leafs, getting their first look at Cesar Rosado this afternoon. Maple Leafs happy not to be facing Frank Garces, the lefty, but Cesar Rosado's not going to be a lot easier. He looks like he's going to be one of the top righty arms in the IBL this season.
Hey, you mentioned that wicked off-speed pitch, and I'm sure we're going to see it here a lot. These lefties. Jose Vinicio, very important piece at the top part of this lineup. If they can get his bat going, it'd be very, very key for the Maple Leafs in the long run.
Maple Leafs thought they had a track on getting Cesar Rosado last season. They wanted him to fill one of the import spots. Didn't end up working out. Now with the Barrie Baycats. Count 2-1 here on Jose Vinicio. So that breaking ball is nasty. I think it's a slider from Rosado, but if he leaves it over the middle of the plate, might be hittable. Vinicio hits this one on the ground to second base. In time to first one away.
It looks like Vinicio rolled over top of that. Just the easy quick out there to first. Again, it's been a very tough start of the season for Jose. You look at what he's been able to do, 28 at-bats, only 4 hits. And I mean, when he gets on base, he's making the most of it. 6 stolen bases for this squad, which leads the team.
Maple Leafs have 16 stolen bases as a team in their first 7 games. And they have been the worst team in the Intercounty Baseball League at getting on base. Just batting 188. 9th in the Intercounty Baseball League. Jordan Castaldo takes outside ball 1.
It's just been a little bit tough. A couple guys in your lineup that have played quite frequently, still searching for their first base hits of the season. Key guy in that category is just Marcus Connect.
Castaldo takes outside. Career high 43 walks for Jordan Castaldo last season. A guy that can get on base, but not necessarily your go-to speed guy if he does get on. Castaldo takes another pitch that misses. Counts now 3-0.
Castaldo continuing to show just the great eye and the great patience he has at the plate. That pitch looked like it was just on the black on the other half, and still Castaldo not biting, knows his zone almost to perfection.
Rosado trying to find the zone, 3-0. And that one's right down the middle for a strike. 3-1. Maple Leafs have Anthony Buenaiuto on deck. He's moved up into the 3-hole today. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Misses down and away, so Jordan Castaldo's aboard. So the Maple Leafs haven't seen Buenaiuto hitting this far up in the lineup, but just like the guys that would be there, the Maple Leafs have a full lineup, Anthony Buenaiuto brings a ton of power. You can kind of see it in his stature, but those numbers, I think, will climb in terms of power as this season goes on. May not hit for a super high batting average, but he has the pop to get it over that fence out there and right.
Yeah, you mentioned it just by the stature and the appearance he brings to the plate. A lot of power in that bat, and why not give him a chance here? You have a couple of the key guys who just are absent for today's game. Why not give him a shot at the top?
So Rosado walks Jordan Castaldo. He's down at first base. Buenaiuto trying to get something going for the Leafs, and that one's down and in. That was the breaking ball there from Cesar Rosado.
The one thing I liked a lot about the last game with the Maple Leafs and their bats was the patience they had and really working counts into their favor.
Here's the 1-1. And a swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Anthony Buenaiuto. The Barrie Baycats got an excellent outing from their starting pitcher last time out. That was Carlos Sano against the Brantford Red Sox. Went 5 innings, just allowed 3 hits, no earned runs, and struck out 7. That was Sano's debut start in the IBL. They're looking for a similar result here in Cesar Rosado's first start in the Intercounty Baseball League.
It looked like Rosado went to the off speed there in the outer half, tried to frame it up there, just couldn't get the call for him. Again, it's looking like that off speed, like you mentioned. It's dancing a lot out there right now.
And a balk has been called on Cesar Rosado. So that'll put Jordan Castaldo into scoring position.
Well, with the new sound system come new sound effects. That was pretty good.
I don't even know what sound that was, but it was caught me off guard a bit. Here's the 2-2 to Buonaiuto. Cesar Rosado has good strikeout stuff. See if he goes down and in here on Buonaiuto. And he does. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Buonaiuto goes down swinging. And with 2 outs, John Solazo will be tasked with trying to drive in Jordan Castaldo. And he's the right guy at the plate right now for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Leading the team in batting average, hitting .353, and it hasn't even really been the power that's been impressive for John Solazo. It's been the singles up the middle that have been his bread and butter this season. And he's got lots of space up the middle and just to the right of second base, if he can find the hole.
Yeah, only 2 extra base hits so far this season. 1 double and then the 1 home run he hit.
Takes way inside. Another breaking ball from Rosado. He'll feature that pitch almost 50% of the time on the mound.
Solazo last year, it was just so potent with the power. He went ballistic at one point. 14 home runs to finish the year. Still only 1 so far this year, but we know how much power he has in that bat. If he can get behind one.
There's a fastball perfectly placed over the outside corner. Counts now 1-1.
45 hits last year, 19 of them going for extra base hits.
Here's the 1-1. And Solazo swings through it.
Looked like a little bit of a high fastball. Solazo
Yeah.
climbing up to get to that one and just a tick behind it.
One thing you'll notice about Rosado is that the speed difference between the off-speed breaking ball and the fastball is very large. John Solazo was way behind as he was looking for the breaking ball. See if he gets one here. The 1-2. Inside, another fastball. Cesar Rosado has noticed the way that John Solazo's reacted to the 3 consecutive fastballs that he's throwing him, and he fancies that pitch right now.
Yeah, and if he can keep tunneling these pitches like he's doing, where out of the hand it has the same kind of break to it, it's going to be a very tough time for these Maple Leaf hitters tonight.
Ryan Dos Santos on deck, another hot hitter for the Maple Leafs if Solazo can get on. Here's the 2-2, and he fouls it off. This time John Solazo was ready for the fastball, but not really. He was still well behind on it. You can see he's still sitting on an off-speed pitch. And why not? Just because Rosado throws it so much. Another 2-2. Rosado trying to get out of this runner in scoring position situation for the Maple Leafs. Solazo trying to drive him in. Here's the 2-2. Over the inside corner, strike 3 called. He got the breaking ball, did Solazo, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Cesar Rosado with a couple strikeouts in the inning, gets through a scoreless first, surrenders just the walk to Jordan Castaldo. We'll be right back in the top of the second inning. So Cesar Rosado gets through a scoreless inning. So does Sam Green, and well, actually Sam Green does not get through a scoreless inning. Gave up the 2-run home run to Adam Maude, but trying to get through one of those right here. He's going to face Hayden Jaco, who's been one of the hotter hitters for the Barrie Baycats this season. Hayden Jaco comes into the game hitting .636 on the season through just 11 at-bats.
I mean, that's pretty good.
7 for 11.
That's pretty good. Good store, good number.
Green misses outside with the first pitch. Tacked on 3 RBIs and a couple of walks over that stretch as well. Here's the 1-0. That one's hit in the air to center field, and it is crushed. Back goes Connor Lewis. He's at the wall, and it is gone. Hayden Jaco to dead center field, and the Barrie Baycats lead 3-0.
Talked about him off to his hot start, and I mean, he continues to swing a hot bat, Jaco. I mean, that fence out there in center field kind of gets to the deepest point in left center, and he just hit it right there.
Hayden Jaco isn't necessarily known for his power. He gets into a few. He's played 3 seasons in the IBL now. That's just his 10th career home run and his first of the season. But he crushed that baseball. Dead center field. And the Baycats are up 3-0. Noah Hull comes to the plate. Takes strike 1 from Sam Green. Noah Hull playing for the University of Mary Marauders in NCAA Division II this season. Sam Green gets him to swing at another one. This time he fouls it back. And he was really good playing Division II baseball this year, was Noah Hull. .325 batting average, 50 games. He hit 13 home runs over that stretch. This guy,
It's a pretty good total.
this guy's going to feature some power numbers in the IBL this season, you'd have to think. Here's the 0-2. And that one's hit on the ground to first base, a dive, and it's going to get by Jordan Castaldo into the outfield. That's a single for Noah Hull. And the Barrie Baycats have another runner on with nobody out in the second inning.
And really looking at it so far, Green hasn't pitched all that bad. Really, the runs in the first inning, you look at it, coming off that 2-run shot down the line that, again, it could have been fair, could have been foul. We didn't really have the best vantage point to kind of make that call. And I think really the only mistake pitch that he's had so far today was the one to Jaco.
Kyle Maves, the second baseman, bunts one foul. Yeah, there's no question that the Adam Maude home run landed to the left of the foul line out there in left field, but it was just a matter of whether that ball hooked around the foul pole. That was the umpire's determination that it did. Yeah, obviously, that is a hard call to make down the left field line. You really don't have any perspective on it when it's that far over the foul pole. And many here at Christie Pitts would suggest that the wrong call was made on that home
yeah,
run.
there's a lot of fans signaling that it was wrong. I believe it's Carrington out there in left right now. He also put his hands up saying that was foul, no?
The only person that has a worse perspective on the umpire from here, though, is us.
Yeah.
That's the foul pole there down the left field line. It's not very high.
I was going to say, the foul pole for me is blocked by the light post. So I wasn't making the call, that's for sure.
That's what we have the Vonacam for.
Oh, the good old Vonacam.
Here's the 0-2. That one's fouled off. Sam Green trying to get back on track and get the second baseman, Kyle Maves. Here's the 0-2. And it's upstairs. Leaning out of the way there was Maves.
Looked like Green trying to go high inside with the fastball after Maves kind of fouling 2 off that were on the other end. Interesting to see here if he challenges him again on the inner half.
And he swings and misses. Strike 3. 1 away.
Yeah, went back to the outer half there. It looked like a fastball. Great placement by Green to get out number 1.
So Kyle May's first at-bat of the Intercounty Baseball League season doesn't go his way, and it's back to the top of the order. Kenise Ejo comes to the plate. Played in every game for the Barrie Baycats. And
a big group down there.
Their 4-game start to the season. He's had a good start too, hitting .333. 6 hits over 18 at-bats. He's driven in 4 runs as well. He's got one standing at first base. You'd think he'd probably need to get a ball to the wall in a gap to score Noah Hull from first base.
I don't need to put pants on. And then as soon as we get out of the car, it's cold. I should have worn my pants.
I've got my long johns on.
Oh. Well, last time I had the trusty blanket.
Here's
so
the 1-0.
I'm hoping it'll be. Next time, tell me to put pants on.
Ejo takes a strike over the outside corner.
Yeah.
This is familiar territory here at Christie Pitts for Ejo. Played in the Intercounty Baseball League for a couple seasons now, and also hails out of Toronto, Ontario.
I believe that this Christie Pitts also the home diamond in OCAA for George Brown College.
Noah Hull goes. The throw is into center field. It gets away. Connor Lewis sprinting in to pick it up. Noah Hull is going to move up to third base. And that was a throw that just one-hopped Charlie Towers. The throw was on line. That's Dionysius Chatlis behind home plate. Chaltis is making his first Christie Pitts start with his new team. There's a swing and a miss by Kenise Ejo. Sam Green gets a much-needed strikeout.
Yeah, and the answer back from Green after giving up that solo shot, it's been a good one. 2 strikeouts. I'm just trying to get out of here with limited damage.
The defense for the Toronto Maple Leafs this season has not been very good. Sam Green's pitch to Adam Odd is inside, catches the inside corner for a strike. Adam Odd leaning back. Our statistician Gus Cousins bringing up that Toronto Maple Leafs lead the Intercounty Baseball League in errors this season, but they also have played the most games in the IBL as well. This one's lined into the outfield, in for a base hit. That's going to score another run. The Barrie Baycats lead 4-0 as it's an RBI single for Adam Odd.
His 3rd RBI of the day, and Odd is just something about it. Sam Green, he's seen the pitches out of his hands very, very well. Good contact down the left field line. It looked like a little bit of a inside pitch there. He just kind of got the barrel to and powered out.
Things are jumbled right now in the Intercounty Baseball League standings just because of the disparity between games played between a lot of the different teams. The Barrie Baycats could move to 4-1, which would be kinda first place in the Intercounty Baseball League with a win against the Maple Leafs. The Guelph Royals are in first because of their win percentage. They're 3-0, but obviously have just played 3 games. The London Majors have played 6 games. They're 5-1. So the Barrie Baycats would be second, I guess.
Yeah, obviously with the disparity in the games, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. This ball's fouled off by Ricky Phillips, the native of Ohio. 4 for 16 coming into today's game. He was retired in his first at-bat. Sam Green ahead in the count, 0-2, as he has been at many points today, this time trying to retire the hitter in Ricky Phillips. Here's the pitch. And it's blocked behind the plate by Cheltis. What a job to get over there and block that pitch by Dionysius Cheltis.
Yeah, Cheltis, I mean, that's just a phenomenal job by a catcher. That's exactly what you want to see out of your backstop. And obviously Justin Marr, the primary backstop, not here today. And fantastic to just kind of see that out of your backup.
The 1-2 pitch, runner goes, and it's fouled back. Adam Odd was taking off for second base. Adam Odd played for the Toronto Maple Leafs back in 2017, then didn't play in the Intercounty Baseball League for 5 seasons. Or for 4 seasons, I should say. Joined the Barrie Baycats last season, was excellent. Hit .390. So that pitch is up and away. Tacked on 6 home runs as well. He was just a monster for the Baycats last season.
I guess you can say it was pretty odd that he stepped away.
Yeah, without any context, you could. That pitch just misses to Ricky Phillips, who's worked himself right back in the count. It's full. He was down 0-2, and he battled. He fouled off some pitches, and now he has another chance to get on base here against Sam Green, and that's big because it's Ryan Rio who's on deck. 3-2. That one's hit in the air. This one is deep to left field, and it is gone. Ricky Phillips leaves the yard, and the Barrie Baycats are soaring out in front. It's 6-0.
Mentioned it earlier in the game. You get that ball up in the left field, the wind, it's blowing that way, and Nick got into that jet stream again, and it just kept on going. Beautiful swing by Phillips right there. Just stay behind the ball, lifts it perfectly into the soccer field right behind Dominico Park.
Well, congratulations, Ricky Phillips. That is your first Inter-County Baseball League home run. Comes here at Dominico Field and gives the Baycats a 6-run lead. And here's Ryan Rio, another power threat. Lefty hitter, DH today for Barrie. Rio swings and misses. Sam Green caught Rio with an off-speed pitch there. Yeah, not a lot of wind here at Dominico Field. It's kind of died down. It's chilly, but if there is wind, it's blowing to left. And Ryan Rio hits this one to right, but he hooks it well foul onto the hillside.
Yeah, and both home runs really came, unfortunately for the Leafs. It came when the wind was blown out towards left, and we saw it right there. The ball, it was hit a country mile high, and it just kept on carrying.
Here's the 0-2. Sam Green is throwing a lot of strikes today. Is there such thing as too many strikes to this Barrie Baycats lineup? Hasn't been walking a lot of guys. Barrie Baycats have seen Green very well so far.
And if you want to take a positive away out of it, like you said, he's in the strike zone, not a lot of walks. He had the one to start off the game, but other than that, he's been under control of all of his pitches. It's just Barrie has just been hammering the ball over the park.
So far, 33 strikes and just 17 balls. Rio lines this one to second base, a dive, and it gets by Charlie Towers into the outfield, and Ryan Dos Santos thought about throwing to first base there as that ball was hit so hard by Ryan Rio, and he also doesn't run very fast down the first base line.
Dos Santos, he pumped that arm back so fast, but no, nothing is going to come from that.
Maple Leafs have some quality arms down there in the bullpen. And one of those is Chris Nagorski, who I believe is the one who's out on the mound right now talking to Sam Green. Obviously, the Maple Leafs don't have a pitching coach right now because Sam Green is the pitching coach.
So Nagorski's just taking the role, going out there. Do you think he said to him, just talk to yourself?
Oh, I don't think he did, no.
He's going out there to call time.
this has not been a good start for Sam Green so far, but it is not over, and the Maple Leafs need Sam Green to get through some innings there. You saw there's not a ton of relievers down the bullpen. There's enough to get through the game, there's no question about it, but you don't want to empty all your arms out before you have to play a tough weekend. Malik Williams at the plate now, and Sam Green gets a swing and a miss.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't get easier, especially considering the weekend you have coming up. Another game on Sunday. And if you're the Maple Leafs, you want to try to right this ship as soon as possible.
1-0 way outside, and Cheltis once again kind of dove away to block that ball.
Looked like he kind of got a little bit mixed up with Green. Looks like he was setting up inside, and Green kind of just pulled it out and away.
The 1-1. Outside. Dionysius Cheltis appeared in a game against the Welland Jackfish. Got a plate appearance, but still hasn't got that first at bat as he walked. And that's his only bit of action in the Inter-County Baseball League so far. And Green misses outside, and for all the strikes that he's been throwing, now behind in the count 3-1. A hitter's count for a good hitter in Malik Williams, and now Rob Butler's going to come to the mound. Sam Green stepped off the mound right after he threw that pitch. And there's something going on with Sam Green right now. Yeah, he feels something.
It's just something you hate to see.
I don't think Sam Green's going to keep pitching here.
Yeah, the bullpen, they are moving quickly. It looks like they will have somebody.
He's in some distress out there. You can see the expression on his face.
Yeah, they're bringing somebody in.
Hey, how are you? Good. Good, how are you guys?
So Max Lenu, who did not warm up very much
Oh, yeah, I'm here with
in the bullpen, is going to come into the game right now. Sam Green will exit. You can see there's something going on with his pitching arm.
No, we looked up and like, oh geez, second's not even over yet.
So that's just something you hate to see. You could tell something was a little bit off Sam Green this start, so he's going to exit the game, and
No, I didn't tell him. Yeah, no.
Max Lenu will have as much time as he needs to warm up, and we'll be right back here at Dominico Field. back with the Toronto Maple Leafs, as you may have seen, and a lot of people thought that he might be retired in the Intercounty Baseball League this season, but he's back, and it was a bit of a unique scenario that's allowed Jordan Castaldo to come back to the IBL, and he said it was just an opportunity that he couldn't pass up. I chatted with Jordan Castaldo at Wednesday's practice. And you've been working hard in the offseason as well. I know last year we thought we weren't sure what your role with the team was going to be. If you're going to retire, if you're going to kind of move into a coaching role. From what I'm hearing, you're right back into it. You're going to play regular playing time. Can you just kind of tell me how that came to be?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously with kind of the way my life's gone here now with firefighting around the corner, I got a little bit of time on my hands, and you know, just being kind of, you know, physically in shape for a lot of that stuff. It was easy to kind of get in baseball shape here. So, you know, with all the excitement around the team, the new ownership group, it just seemed like too good an opportunity to pass up right now. So, you know, really looking forward to it. You know, obviously a lot of changes, but exciting time to be a Toronto Maple Leaf, that's for sure.
All right, new pitcher into the game for the Maple Leafs is Max Lenu, and don't have any update, I guess, on what's going on with Sam Green, but if you missed it, exited the game through a pitch, felt something. We were kind of discussing whether it was in his back or whether it was his arm. First pitch from Lenu misses, and the count was 3-1 on Malik Williams, so he's going to head down to first base.
Yeah, and about 2 pitches before Green got taken out, we were talking about a little bit, it looked like miscommunication between him and the catcher, just kind of the pitch that was in the left-handed batter's box, and then about a pitch, maybe 2 later, Green was taken out. So hopefully that injury, nothing too scary for Sam Green. We know how important he can be for this Maple Leaf squad.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed it so far, so I think we're going to be coming out a little.
So Nolan Macabroa at the plate for the Barrie Baycats.
I can tell that already, right?
Don't come for a game where it's disruptive.
I'll check the standings every week.
Yeah.
Brantford would be good. Yeah.
Mackie Broda swings through a pitch there from Max Lenu. Counts 0-2.
Well, obviously not every year they were this class, but and then they went to Our Lady of Sorrows.
The 0-2 from Lenu. That one's fouled off. Mackie Broda battling here 0-2. Nolan Mackie Broda played some NCAA baseball mixed in with some NAIA baseball before taking his talents to play in the Frontier League, and swings and misses. And that's the first strikeout of the game for Max Lenu, and he saves a run there on second base for his teammate Sam Green and gets out of the inning. We'll be right back here from Dominico Field. Well, a long wait for Cesar Rosado, who was throwing in the bullpen to try and stay loose after his team put up 4 runs in the top of the second inning. There was a pitching change in there as well. He was already throwing before the pitching change happened, and then he had to wait even longer. So he's back on the mound, and he'll face Ryan Dos Santos. Cesar Rosado got through a good first inning. He walked 1, but struck out 2. Pitch to Dos Santos over the inside corner. Ryan Dos Santos didn't think so, looked back at the home plate umpire and finds himself in a hole, 0-2. Dos Santos off to a .292 start at the plate this season. One of the better hitters on the Maple Leafs to start the year. The 0-2, way up high.
Yeah, he got a hold of one last game.
Sure did.
Right over that cage monster. That one, it didn't have a lot of launch angle on it. It was kind of just a bullet really out there to right center field.
He didn't know it at the time, but ended up winning the game for the Maple Leafs. They won by 2. It was a 2-run shot. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Rosado. And that's a breaking ball over the inside corner. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the evening for Cesar Rosado.
Yeah, you mentioned the movement that is on that breaking ball, and it just got displayed perfectly right there.
Now, this is not a very friendly matchup for Connor Lewis either. That breaking ball is going to be diving away out in the outside corner from Connor Lewis's bat. Lewis fouls it off down the right side. Greg Carrington is on deck. And then, if it gets that far, Dionysius Shaltis will get his first at-bat at Dominico Field. Connor Lewis fouls it off onto the hillside. Connor Lewis off to a bit of a slow start at the plate, just 1 for 10 to start the year. Here's the 0-2. Rosado tried the breaking ball, but it missed outside. The 1-2 pitch. Lewis fouls it off.
Looked like a good fastball on the other half, and Lewis just kind of fought that off like you said. Seems to be hunting that off speed.
Connor Lewis has played many years now with the Toronto Maple Leafs, but before he was in the IBL, he was a JUCO star playing at Monroe Community College. 96 games there, he hit .329. And he's had some really good seasons with the bat in the Intercounty Baseball League as well. The 1-2, a swing and a miss. Another nasty breaking ball from Cesar Rosado. That's strikeout number 4. And he's only through 1 2/3 innings pitched. Cesar Rosado looks like he has his A stuff.
Yeah, he has it working right now.
The one positive, though, for the Maple Leafs is that we don't think that Cesar Rosado is in for on a 100-pitch night here. He hasn't started a game yet in the IBL. The most innings he's thrown was 3. So we'll see. Obviously, as the game goes on, it's hard to pull a pitcher that's dealing. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Barrie Baycats don't stretch him out past 100 pitches today, maybe less than that.
Probably the most realistic range would be around that 80-pitch range. If he is really dealing late in the game, maybe they'll push him.
Yeah, then how do you take him out,
95,
right? Like, yeah. Yeah.
For the most part, though, I have a feeling it's going to be that 80-pitch range.
That one's fouled off. That's Dionysius Chaltis on deck. Greg Carrington trying to get on base. He takes inside.
Another wicked off speed.
The 2-1 for Masada.
Raffle tickets, anyone raffle tickets?
Upstairs, confident take there from Greg Carrington. Maple Leafs hitting just 188 as a team this season, have not recorded one yet against Rosado, who has been dealing to start his outing. It's still very early though. 3-1 on Carrington. And he takes outside, ball 4.
That's just a really good at-bat by Greg Carrington.
So Dionysius Chaltis will get his first at-bat at Dominico Field, and he's got a runner on. And it's still very early, but the Maple Leafs, they could use some debut magic here from Chaltis.
Sprinkle a little pixie dust.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt. He takes a strike right down the middle. 0-1. Not his first appearance in the Intercounty Baseball League. Had one against the Welland Jackfish, had a plate appearance. But he's gonna be the catcher here for the next couple games for the Maple Leafs. Justin Mara away. Here's the 0-1. Takes a strike over the outside corner, 0-2. Congratulations to Justin Mara, by the way. He's getting married over the weekend.
I guess that's a good reason to miss a couple baseball games.
Yeah, we'll let him get away with that.
We'll let it slide.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Cesar Rosado through 2 innings as he has been carving up Maple Leafs hitters thus far. We'll be right back in the top of the 3rd inning here at Dominico Field. Hayden Jaco is going to lead things off for the Barrie Baycats, and he smashed a home run to dead center field in his last at-bat. He'll face Max Lenu, who came on for Sam Green, who left with an apparent injury in the second inning, and it didn't look good. It looked like it was in his pitching arm. We're hoping maybe it was his back. That's the best case scenario.
That's what we're hoping.
But it definitely didn't look good, and Max Lenu has one slip out of his hand, well high. But it's a big loss for the Maple Leafs if he's out for any extended period of time. Sam Green has just been such a rock. But the good thing for the Maple Leafs, too, is that Sam Green's value is beyond pitching as well. He's the pitching coach for the Maple Leafs this season. He's a really smart pitcher, and he's been working with some of the other guys as well, some of the younger pitchers. So, he's still a value to the team in that aspect. But the Maple Leafs do not want to lose Sam Green this season. That'll be a killer.
Yeah, and like the points you were making, he's not only valuable on the field, but also just off the field. And to have his presence here every single day and then make his impact in the game, it's just, sometimes that's just irreplaceable.
Hayden Jaco in a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Lenu. And it just misses inside, and it runs full.
And since coming in, Lenu hasn't looked that bad. He's mixing his pitches pretty well. It's just been more so just trying to find these corners and work some quadrants here on the plate.
Full count on Jaco. And he fouls it off, and he just got a piece of it out in front of an off-speed pitch there from Max Lenu. Jaco trying to kick this inning off and tack on some more runs for the Barrie Baycats, who already lead 6-0 over Toronto. 2-run home run by Adam Odd, solo shot by Jaco in his last at-bat. Here's the 3-2. In the dirt, ball 4. Hayden Jaco trots down to first base.
And to start the year, this has kind of been the only real issue when it comes to Lenu. It's just the walk totals. He's only pitched in 3 innings, but 3 innings coming into today. But then those 6 walks are kind of what's the killer. If he can kind of get control a little bit more and kind of work his craft, he can carve himself into be a pretty important arm here for the Maple Leafs.
This is the 23-year-old Noah Hull, Toronto, Ontario native. Got a base hit and scored in his last time around. Breaking ball from Max Lenu fools Hull on the first pitch, strike 1. Noah Hull appeared in his first Intercounty Baseball League game last time for the Barrie Baycats. That was in their 3-2 win over the Brantford Red Sox. Had a hit in his 3 at-bats. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside 1-1.
Lenu comes over the top a lot when he pitches. You can kind of see it in his motion. If you can kind of find that good release point where he's able just to kind of hit corners, hit quadrants.
Hull got a pretty good cut at that one, fouled it straight back.
And that there, a good pitch. Looks like a fastball in the inner half.
Barrie Baycats are privy to hitting home runs this season, especially last time out. They hit 3 of them, all solo shots to beat the Brantford Red Sox 3-2. They got one from Rio. They got one from Malik Williams. As the 1-2 pitch breaks up and away. They also got one from Nolan Mackey-Broda. That was his first IBL home run. And they have had 2 different home run getters in this one today as well, with Adam Odd and Hayden Jaco. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout for Max Lenu.
And if Lenu can again mix those pitches with his release, it should be a good lethal combination. We saw the pitch before. It was a curveball that he kind of released a little bit early, and then it curved, but then it just stayed up above the zone. That time there, gripped the fastball a little bit tighter, held onto it, and great strikeout.
1 on, 1 out for the Baycats. They send their second baseman Kyle Maves to the plate. That one's in the dirt from Max Lenu. Blocked by Cheltis. Max Lenu has improved with each of his 2 outings in the Intercounty Baseball League. The first one was against the Barrie Baycats, and it did not go well. Went 2/3 of an inning and walked 4 over that stretch. Then came in and had a nice outing against the Kitchener Panthers. There's the 1-0. And it's popped up. This one's into shallow center field, and it's Greg Carrington who comes in and makes the catch, 2 away. That outing against the Kitchener Panthers by Max Lenu was what I thought won the ball game for the Maple Leafs. They came back from down 7-1, but if it wasn't for 2 1/3 scoreless innings pitched by Max Lenu, where he struck out 1 and gave up just 1 hit, Maple Leafs wouldn't have even been in that situation against Kitchener.
And again, like you said, he's just been building himself up, and then if he can just continue to fix the issue it seems he has with just giving up the free pass.
That pitch is in there for a strike. Just to build on that comeback win for the Maple Leafs against Kitchener, that was a defining moment early on in the season for the Leafs. They really needed a win. It was their first win of the year, but Kitchener gave it to them. They brought in 2 pitchers. Neither could throw strikes whatsoever. This was a little tapper down the first baseline, and Max Lenu wanted to glove that in fair territory, but just couldn't get there in time. It's a foul ball.
Hit the lip of the grass and just kept on spinning, and Lenu tried to get there as quick as he could, just a little bit slow.
So there have been some depth woes for the Kitchener Panthers this season. I thought the funny thing about that was after they just had no one who could throw in a strike out of the bullpen, the Kitchener Panthers thought, well, how are they going to get through their next game? Well, their starting pitcher went 9 innings. They didn't have to use anyone in the bullpen, and they won the game.
How do you fix the issue if your relievers can't throw?
Don't bring anyone in.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Don't give them the option.
0-2 to Canisijo. And this one's hit on the ground. Jose Vinicio gloves it, flips it to second base. Max Lenu gets through a scoreless inning for the Maple Leafs and trying to replicate what he did against the Kitchener Panthers. So are the Maple Leafs. They have some comeback work to do. Down 6-0 against the Barrie Baycats.
Welcome back to Dominico Field here. Maple Leafs find themselves down 6-0 here in the bottom of the third, and that'll bring up Charlie Towers to the plate, looking to get things started for the home team.
Yeah, Charlie Towers, known as a defensive first second baseman, but can have a little bit pop in that bat. And limited action over at Humber College. Again, I'm lucky enough to get the chance to call games there for the Humber Hawks.
Rosado fires one in there, down and away. That'll bring the count to 2-0.
And what a game it's been so far here for Rosado. You see the work that he's been able to do. 5 strikeouts through 2 innings, and I mean, that's just impressive in itself.
He'll definitely look to keep rolling here. Try to keep the Maple Leafs in check as much as they can. Swing and a miss there from Towers. That'll make it a 2-1 count. Rosado powers the fastball by him.
I think the thing that's kind of continues to slip the minds of some at home, yes, the Baycats are pouring it on right now, 6-0 lead, but there's still a lot of ball game left to play in this one.
Towers checks his swing there, but the umpire says strike 2 anyways, so that'll even out the count at 2-2 now. As Rosado finds himself 1 strike away from recording yet another strikeout, which seems to be the common theme through the first 2 innings of play here for the Maple Leafs batters. The 2-2. Inside for ball 3, and that'll bring it to a full count here for Towers, who would love to get on base to get things started here for the Maple Leafs.
If you're the 9-hole hitter, the main thing you want to do for your squad is just kind of flip that lineup over to the top guys, the big bashers. That's exactly what Towers is looking for. Seeing back-to-back fastballs here, you got to think that the off-speed's in his mind.
Full count pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Wicked hop. Fielded cleanly over to first. 1 down. It's Adam Ott out there, staying on his toes and adjusting to that wicked hop. It just caught the edge of the infield grass and really, in a matter of half a second, jumped up to eye level there.
We know here at Dominico Field that there are a lot of wicked hops that this infield can take. It's very difficult sometimes to kind of get things rolling, but good job there by Odd to take it. Jose Vinicio stepping back up for his second plate appearance of the ball game. Again, Vinicio, one of the guys, if on the Maple Leafs, you want his bat to come alive sooner rather than later. You know, impactful he can be in the leadoff spot, and how impactful he is on the bases. Again, hasn't been on base a lot, but 6 stolen bases so far this year.
Were you on the mic, Rob Bona? No. It's just a prank?
No, sir. Mr. Rob Vona took the call there.
He was on it?
Yes, sir.
That's great. I don't know if you guys saw it on the broadcast, but I was just down at field level and I watched that Charlie Towers ground out. That took a crazy hop off the fringe.
We were talking about that. This field, Christie Pitts, there's a lot of bounces that can be taken.
And that one just misses to Jose Vinicio. So someone is walking back into the Maple Leafs dugout right now, and that looks like Sam Green back in the dugout for the Maple Leafs. The 3-1 outside ball 4, speed aboard for the Maple Leafs. As we mentioned before, have stolen an IBL high 16 this season. Vinicio is a big part of that.
But yeah, like you mentioned, we just saw him walking back down, and how big is that? And I mean, that's just, obviously we don't know the significance of his injury, but you can tell that the fact that he's still here, that he's still quote-unquote in uniform, that Sam Green, it's possibly not anything too serious, and I mean, that's a big sign.
Yeah, that's good. Sam Green was the one that was just behind that green tarp there above John Solazo's head. Castaldo takes a strike and does a deep knee bend after watching that one catch the inside corner. Cesar Rosado trying to keep the train rolling. Has had an excellent start against the Maple Leafs. Here's the 0-1 to Castaldo. Benicio fakes like he's going. Castaldo takes inside. He had a great jump and he would have stolen that. That would have been a good pitch to run on.
And this would be a big inning for the Leafs to kind of come back and get at least one on the board. It's still very early, only the third inning. If they can kind of start cutting into this lead now, again, once you get to the later stages of this game, if you can get a good pitching performance out of your bullpen, things can get interesting in the 7th, 8th, 9th.
Castaldo takes a pitch that misses high.
Interesting that we haven't seen Benicio take off yet. Again, we talked about him being so dangerous on the base paths. We know how he can get into scoring position. It's always on his mind.
The 2-1. Fouled off. That pitch was a bit outside, but Jordan Castaldo still had a pretty good cut at it. Yeah,
and the fans are loving the new sound system.
Yeah, but that did hit a car, though.
Did it? Oh, I thought that was a sound effect.
Yeah, that probably did damage someone's car.
Note to self,
where'd you park?
Oh, I am behind the building, behind center field, so we're good.
You better talk to Solazo then.
Oh, yeah, that's good, yeah.
There goes Jose Benicio. Pitch is up and away. The throw is right on the money, and they got him. Oh, Hayden Jaco with a perfect throw on a pitch that was not a fastball. And they get Jose Benicio. That's a backbreaker for the Leafs.
Benicio cannot believe it, and I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat with him. I thought his hand got in under that tag.
Yeah.
The tag hit the lower leg.
Yeah, it was close, and Benicio got a great jump. It looked like he had it stolen, but
that's just, again, like you said, great throw.
Yeah, regardless of the call, that throw had to be perfect to get him, and it was perfect.
That's a tough break for the Maple Leafs.
Although it looked like it was kind of a breaking ball that slipped out of the hand of Rosado. As here's a full count pitch now to Jordan Castaldo, and he fouls it off. But it was actually kind of a good pitch to throw on because it was up and away. Jaco was able to get up, so he had 0 pop time, and then he threw it down. Perfect throw. Jose Benicio was not an easy guy to get. Stole 28 bases. That's his season career high in the Intercounty Baseball League.
And how different does that shape this inning now? You know, before it was 1 out, runner on first. Now 2 outs, nobody on. Oh, a little bit of a backbreaker.
Castaldo swings and misses, strike 3. How about Cesar Rosado? Another strikeout. Give him 6 on the evening, and it's the Barrie Baycats who lead 6-0. Well, Maple Leafs are going to send Max Lenu back to the mound, and they would love if he could eat up 3 or 4 innings. That would be a dream scenario for the Maple Leafs.
He has been throwing fairly well. And I mean, again, obviously he isn't stretched out to be a starter right now, and there is action happening in the Maple Leafs bullpen. But even if Lenu can give you one more inning here, put you in the 5th, that's pretty good. All things considered of what's happened so far in this game.
He will have 2, 3, 4 in the Barrie Baycats lineup. That is not an easy part of the lineup to get through. It's Adam Odd, who has hit a home run today. It's Ricky Phillips.
If there's one that can get through, it's Lenu.
Okay. All right, let's get
I'll dial
get Rob Bona back on the mic.
I'll dial it back a little bit here.
1-1 is swung through by Adam Odd. Both of the next 2 hitters coming up for the Barrie Baycats have homered in this game. And then they have Ryan Rio, who might be the biggest home run threat of them all. Although I think Ryan Rio prides himself in his extremely high batting averages every season, other than his power numbers. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, 3 strikeouts for Max Lenu as he gets Adam Odd.
That's just, again, fantastic off speed. I was talking about it a little bit in the first inning that he came in, but Lenu, if he can continue with that arm angle he throws at, if he can continue to get good productivity out of his off speed as well as his fastball, it's going to be really hard for hitters to pick that up the difference.
So this is Julian Tomachko that's warming up in the bullpen. Maybe this is the last inning of work for Max Lenu. We'll see. There's a swing and a miss by Ricky Phillips.
And again, with this center field cam, you get a really good angle of just his arm angle when he comes down on the baseball. It is hard for batters to pick up an off speed with that arm angle. He's coming almost straight down. It is right over the top. If for all the Toronto baseball fans out there, a pitcher a couple years ago, Ross Stripling, he was like that too, where he just came straight over the top. He had a really good curveball. That's kind of what Lenu has. He has that over-the-top action.
I think Max Lenu's kind of feeling himself right now as well. He
looks like he's pumping it in there a little bit too.
Yeah, he's looking confident on the mound. He looks loose. He's ahead 0-2 on Ricky Phillips, and he misses high. That breaking ball he did not feel so well. That probably didn't feel very good coming out of the hand at all. But still, you can see, he's in a zone right now.
Yeah, in his first inning relief, it was the same thing with that breaking ball. If he releases it a little bit early like he just did there, it's going to break high and stay high. Gotta grip it a little bit longer.
This one's lined into the outfield. It hangs up, and the catch is made by Ryan Dos Santos. 2 away. That was a hard hit ball by Ricky Phillips, but Ryan Dos Santos had it played perfectly. So can Max Lenu get through a 1-2-3 inning and keep the Leafs in the ball game? He's got Ryan Rio to deal with on the Baycats. And Rio has a great cut at it, but fouls it straight back. Here's the 1-0 to Rio. And he hits it on the ground to first base. Jordan Castaldo bobbles it, but luckily Ryan Rio was not running down first base. So that will do it. Max Lenu is rolling. He's got through now 2 1/3 scoreless innings, and he's trying to keep the Maple Leafs in the bullpen, who will take their crack once again at Cesar Rosado. Back here at Dominico Field, it's a 6-0 lead for the Barrie Baycats over the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's Anthony Buonaiuto for the Maple Leafs, facing Cesar Rosado in his 4th inning of work. Rosado delivers a breaking ball that's low to Buonaiuto.
And Rosado so far today, he just hasn't looked human. I mean, he's been sensational so far for the Baycats.
1-0. Fouled back. Be cool to see Anthony Buonaiuto get into one here, wouldn't it?
I mean, it'd be pretty cool. Be pretty chill.
All right. Well, here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's a breaking ball that finds the zone, 1-2. The 1-2. And Anthony Buonaiuto does get into one, and it's caught in left field. A couple steps shy of the wall. It was a line drive. And Buonaiuto is retired for a loud out number 1.
Looked like an outside fastball. He just took it where it came from, shortened up the swing, and just almost had it. Almost had it. A little bit more power under that one, and we're looking at a 6-1 ball game.
Nolan Mackey-Broda was camped under it, and then he just put her in reverse and got to that baseball out in left field. Another power threat here at John Solazo at the plate. And Solazo crushes this one deep to left field. Mackey-Broda at the wall, and it is gone. John Solazo, his 2nd of the season, and it's 6-1. That's an opposite field tank for John Solazo, who is starting to see Cesar Rosado just a little bit better. Anthony Buonaiuto crushed one to left. He just didn't get under it enough. John Solazo with his power is going to get to that one.
And that one was off the light post over there in left field. And I mean, how about that? Some serious opposite field power. And now that'll bring up Ryan Dos Santos, again, another guy who's been red hot for the Maple Leafs to start the season. Still early in this game for the Maple Leafs to try to generate some offense. That hit down the line. Third baseman grabs it, but the speed of Dos Santos down the line will not allow a play to be made. Hull grabbed it, stopped it, but couldn't make a throw across the diamond, so Dos Santos will reach. I would probably chalk that one down as a base hit. Connor Lewis now stepping up to the dish. He'll try to get back at Rosado. Went down swinging his last time up. Another guy on the bases with some serious stolen base power is Dos Santos. I believe he sits 2nd on the team right now in stolen bases with 4.
Here's the 1-0 to Connor Lewis. And he hits a high chopper back to the mound. Rosado fields it, throws to first in time to get the out. Heck of a play there by Cesar Rosado.
That took a mighty hop.
Yeah.
Off the dirt right in front of home plate, and Rosado, you know what we call it? We call those PFPs, pitcher fielding plays, and Rosado does a beautiful job right there.
Greg Carrington to the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position now as that little tapper by Connor Lewis advanced Dos Santos to second base. And that one goes to the backstop. They're going to say Carrington did not foul that pitch off. So Ryan Dos Santos is stuck out there at second base. I think Dos Santos thought that Carrington got a piece of it. Either way, I think a single here by Greg Carrington will score Ryan Dos Santos. Here's the 0-1. And this one's hit on the ground, scooped up by Kyle Maves. He throws to first on a hop, and they got him. Great play by Kyle Maves out there at second base, and that gets Cesar Rosado. And the Barrie Baycats out of the inning, but out for John Solazo. Gets one out to left field and gone, and the Maple Leafs trail 6-1. Look who's back on the mound for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's Max Lenu.
And I mean, why not? He is pitching sensationally so far. And saves another arm in the bullpen going deep. Again, Tomachko still warming up, but Lenu has looked phenomenal.
Faces Malik Williams, the number 5 hitter for the Barrie Baycats. Wait, if you have Malik Williams hitting in the 5 spot, that is it's a pretty good lineup that you're bringing to the table. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, that one misses low. That time Max Lenu snapped it off a bit better, but he just missed the zone.
And I believe umpire said it was on the inner half, so I mean, that's exactly what Lenu wants to do with that breaking ball. That was a beautifully executed one. It was just more so on the inner half.
Here's the 2-1. And that one misses. So now Max Lenu is behind in the count 3-1. And he misses low, ball 4. So maybe a little bit of fatigue starting to set in here for Max Lenu, who's been all over the strike zone.
And again, he's not stretched out to be a starter or a long inning man. We saw that he had a couple short stints early on in the season, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, he can definitely eat up a couple innings. I mean, this is, well, right here, this is, if he gets one out here, that'll be his longest IBL outing of 3. Faces Nolan Macubroda, who swings and misses at the first pitch.
And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not sure if he has a 3-pitch mix, if it's the curveball, fastball, and a changeup. Because that one looked a little bit slower than what his fastball has been zooming in at.
Fastball, curveball, changeup is the repertoire for Max Lenu. You nailed it. Fastball is right around the 90-mile-an-hour range. The curveball comes in at about 80. Changeup about 83. He's topped out his fastball, though, at 94 miles an hour. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and the runner goes, and Malik Williams got about as good a jump as you could possibly get. So much so that Max Lenu could have stepped off and thrown him out. Instead, he delivers to the plate, and that's a stolen base, and the double play is no longer in order.
That's a fantastic job by Williams, just kind of understand the rhythm and the pacing that Lenu is at, and he hasn't changed up, so Williams said, I'm going to just take second base.
Here's the 2-1. It's kind of a fine line. I think you never want to, mess up your pitcher and, say he's going, or something like that. But at what point do you have to say, just step off? You got him if you step off. He's stolen the base anyway if he balks. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. This is a real test here for Max Lenu if he can get through another scoreless inning. A full count pitch, and Max Lenu will step off. Lenu started out at Stony Brook University and then became a Queen's Gale. Another full count pitch here to Macubroda. And it's fouled off.
You can see Malik Williams is just bouncing off the base right there. He is timing up Lenu right now extremely well.
New rules in place in the Inter-County Baseball League this year with just 2 disengagements per plate appearance. That's for the pitchers. Max Lenu has used 1 against Malik Williams. 3-2 pitch to Macubroda. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Max Lenu gets Macubroda swinging, and step 1 of 3 to get out of this inning without allowing a run.
That was a fantastic changeup on the outer half, completely fooling the batter, and I believe we are about to have a pitching change here with manager Rob Butler coming out.
It was Julian Tomachko who was getting loose in the bullpen, and it looks like that's who the Maple Leafs are going to turn to, but a well-deserved round of applause from the Maple Leafs faithful as Max Lenu exits the ball game. He was excellent in this relief outing here tonight, but he's still got a runner stranded at second base. That's his responsibility. Can Julian Tomachko get out of it? New pitcher into the game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Julian Tomachko. He'll face Hayden Jaco. He's got a runner on second base. That's the responsibility of Max Lenu. That's Malik Williams out at second. Julian Tomachko found a way to escape danger in his last outing against the Kitchener Panthers and would like to get the Maple Leafs out of it again, but he's got a tough hitter in Hayden Jaco to face, who came into this game hitting over 600 on the season.
And again, with Tomachko, it kind of just seems in all of his appearances, it's been the early inning struggles, and then he just settles down and gets out of trouble every single time. I believe they're discussing a possible balk. I missed it. Don't know what they're calling actually right now. Well, with the new catcher, again, shout out to good old Gus Cousins helping me out there. It was a pitch mix-up between the catcher and Tomachko.
Oh, some hustle
And
on the
the
home plate
umpy.
umpire.
Hey
You
now.
you are not going back to talk to Tomachko again. Not a chance.
With that speed, what do you think the 40 time is?
6.2.
Point. Okay. Ooh.
That's huh?
honest. That's not bad.
6 seconds for. Is that right? Is that a good time? Not a very good time.
I mean,
I think that was my time.
for the ump, I think 6. I think 6.2 is a solid number.
Got all the umpiring equipment on, so
You got you got all the gear on, the helmet,
chest protector,
chest protector, the shin guards.
cup,
Yeah.
probably. All right, here's the 1-2 to Hayden Jaco, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. Good start to the outing for Julian Tomachko.
And so far to start the season, Tomachko, he's pitched in quite a few games. It's just been more so he's walked at least one every single one of those games. So if you can kind of just minus that back a little bit and get control under some of these pitches, and it's a good start to this outing so far.
Yeah, he's gone exactly 1 inning in every single one of his outings, and he's given up 1 hit in 4 of the 5. Exactly. So he's had an excellent start to the season as Tomachko.
And one thing I love every time he pitches, we can hear, he gets into it. The grunts you can hear from up at the top of the hill.
Noah Hull is at the plate, and he checks his swing. Tomachko wanted to check down to the second base umpire. He says no swing. Counts now 2-1. Hull tomahawks that one foul down the right field line. Runner on second base, 2 outs. Hull at the plate. Tomachko trying to strand that runner right there. And this one's hit on the ground. Jose Vinicio bobbles the ball. It gets through his legs into the outfield. Greg Carrington picks it up. The runner, Malik Williams, is coming home. The throw is cut off by John Solazo. And the Barrie Baycats score. It's 7-1.
And that is just so unfortunate for the Maple Leafs. Looked like a bang-bang routine play, and it looks like Vinicio just kind of came up on the ball just a second too soon.
So that run will come in to score. That's charged to Max Lenu. But not in the earned run category. Assuming they score that in air. Barrie Baycats lead 7-1 in a game which they started out hot out of the gates. 2-run home run by Adam Odd. The Maple Leafs were forced to go to their bullpen a little bit earlier than they would have liked. Sam Green left the game with an injury. Since it's been Max Lenu and now Julian Tomachko on the mound.
And big props again to Max Lenu. He kind of just stopped the bleeding almost entirely in his appearance.
Kyle Maves fouls one off. He's got 2 strikes on him. Tomachko with another opportunity here to end the inning. The 1-2. Right down the middle, strike 3. Julian Tomachko gets the strikeout, and the Maple Leafs get out of it, but not before the Barrie Baycats get a run on a hard hit ball that found its way through Jose Vinicio. They lead 7-1 here at Dominico Field. First pitch swinging is Dionysius Sheltis, and a dive, and what a catch in left field. That is one of the plays of the year that we see there from Nolan Mackey-Broda. And that's how the inning starts in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, fantastic diving grab. For a second, looked like it was going to get down, but just beyond the foul line, laying it all out on the line. And you mentioned it, probably one of the best grabs we'll see all year.
So here's Charlie Towers. And the first pitch is a strike. Cesar Rosado still on the mound for the Barrie Baycats. He's had a couple extended breaks between innings, but that has not affected him. He's been dealing. The Maple Leafs touched him up just a little bit in the 4th. John Solazo hit a solo home run. And then Charlie Towers takes a strike, so now the count's 0-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Charlie Towers does not like it. Has some words for the home plate umpire. Cesar Rosado does. He has another strikeout against the Maple Leafs.
Now Rosado, he is just feeling himself right now. He's doing a great job on the mound. Possibly, and most likely getting a little bit of help from the umpire on that strikeout call, but what can you say? He's been doing it all evening long.
Back to the top of the order, and Jose Vinicio. And the 1-0 pitch is way outside from Rosado. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike. Actually, that one missed. It's now 3-0 on Vinicio. Jose Vinicio came up through the Boston Red Sox system in the minor leagues. Made it as high as AA baseball there. You know, if it wasn't for a man by the name of Xander Bogaerts, I think Jose Vinicio's chances of the major leagues would have been a lot higher in that Red Sox organization. He was kind of the next man up for a while there, but Boston already had a shortstop.
Yeah, Xander Bogaerts, he's pretty okay.
Vinicio takes strike 2 and put him over at second base. That probably would have Dustin Pedroia at the time, right? 2018, 2017?
Yeah.
Or did he retire?
I think he might have retired.
Full count on Vinicio. And he slashes it foul down the left side. Jose Vinicio got into a ball against the Kitchener Panthers. Led off the game by torching a home run over the fence. Right there in right center. He hit 5 home runs last season. This might be a good time to let loose here against Rosado. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Way outside, ball 4. So now Jose Vinicio will use the speed part of his game to try and advance himself up the base path. Well, he's got Jordan Castaldo at the plate.
First baseman number 5, Jordan Castaldo.
And again, we saw this earlier on in the game. It was kind of the same scenario where you have Castaldo at the plate, Vinicio on first, 1 out. Excuse me, now it's 2 outs, so. But it's a similar situation of just the top of the order, try to come through, scratch and claw a little bit into this deficit that you've kind of buried yourself in.
First pitch to Castaldo, up and in, ball 1. Jordan Castaldo, back in the day, did his schooling at Arkansas State. Went on to play with the Boomers in the Frontier League after that. Jordan Castaldo gets into this one, high and deep to right field, and it's gone. Jordan Castaldo, a 2-run home run, and the Maple Leafs have cut the deficit to 7-3.
And how about that? Finally, you get a big bop and a big moment when you needed it. You cut the lead now to 4. And how about that for Castaldo, getting a hold of that one and pulling it. We're so used to seeing Castaldo to just take the ball the other way. He has such good opposite field power. You can never forget about how good he is at pulling the ball as well.
So that's the first home run of the season for Jordan Castaldo. The second of the game for the Maple Leafs, and although it is chilly and windy here at Dominico Field, the ball is flying, and Castaldo crushed that ball. Pinch hitter now for Anthony Buonaiuto is Julian Johnson. This will be his first bit of action for the Maple Leafs, and he takes inside. Here's the 1-0. Johnson takes high. Julian Johnson played for the Maple Leafs back in 2017 and 2018. And took a break from the IBL, played for the London Majors in 2021. The 2-0 pitch, outside, ball 3, and now we're starting to see Cesar Rosado struggle a bit with the strike zone. But just to finish that point on Julian Johnson, he played on a pretty good London Majors team back in 2021. They won the Dominico Cup against the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's no stranger to the Intercounty Baseball League. Started his career back in 2016 with the Burlington Bandits. That one's outside, ball 4. So Julian Johnson does not see a strike in his first bit of action since 2022 when he played with the Hamilton Cardinals. And he heads down to first base.
We'll have a little bit of a meeting on the mound here for Cesar Rosado. And again, like you mentioned, he isn't a guy that's been stretched out a lot so far this year. It's been pretty small sample sizes and appearances, innings-wise, and possibly as it's getting colder, it's getting a longer night, and possibly a little bit of wear and tear coming down here for Rosado as he gets deeper into this ball game.
Cesar Rosado's going to stay on the mound. He will face John Solazo, who's the cleanup hitter today for the Maple Leafs. Solazo hit a home run to left field in his last at-bat. If you were to guess where the home runs were hit by the hitters that hit them, you'd think it would be the other way around. John Solazo would have pulled the ball and Jordan Castaldo would have hit it the other way, but that's not the case. John Solazo decided to go the other way, and Castaldo pulled one.
And again, these are veteran hitters. They understand that wherever the ball's pitched, you just take it where it's going, and that's exactly what both of them did. You got to think that with one swing of the bat, Rosado understands that this could be a much dicier situation. Barrie has been rolling pretty comfortably for almost the entirety of the game.
Here's the 1-0 to Solazo. And he takes a strike. It's 1-1. So Julian Johnson over there at first base will probably not be stealing many bases this season for the Maple Leafs. He hasn't stolen a base since the summer of 2016 in the Intercounty Baseball League.
Nobody holding him on, though. He can get a pretty big lead.
Solazo gets into another one. This one's going to hang up, though, in right field, and that will do it for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the bottom of the 5th inning, although they do tack on a couple more runs. Jordan Castaldo hits a home run. He gets it over the fence out there in right field, and the score is 7-3 for the Barrie Baycats. Maple Leafs fans having some fun here at Dominico Field, dancing around.
Doing whatever they can to stay warm.
Yeah. if you're upset that we didn't have any audio going there, as this one's hammered into the outfield. That's down for a base hit and maybe more. Canisijo heading for second base, and he's in there with a leadoff double. Just to finish that thought, if you were upset that we didn't have any audio there while those fans were dancing around, they were not singing.
They were not, no.
That mic was for show.
If you head over to the Maple Leafs on Instagram, you can actually figure out what they were lip singing.
Oh.
And you have until the 9th inning to cast your vote. Is what I heard.
It was Cotton Eye Joe. Go send it in.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You get a bonus if you're watching the broadcast. You can send it in.
Send in for Cotton Eye Joe.
Unless I'm misleading you. Who knows?
Maybe it was Titanic.
It wasn't?
The first one was.
Oh, the first one was. Adam Odd ahead in the count 1-2. And he fouls it straight back. Odd had a good cut at that Julian Tomachko fastball. Counts 1-1 on Adam Odd. Julian Tomachko came in relief of Max Lenu in the 5th inning. As Adam Odd fouls it off, and it looked like he was going to get out of the inning. But a tough hop and an error at shortstop by Vinicio allowed the Barrie Baycats to tack on another run, but credit to Julian Tomachko. He went out, got the next hitter, and got the Maple Leafs in the dugout and ready to hit. 2-1. There goes the runner, and Adam Odd chops it foul.
And this is a big inning for the Maple Leafs. You know, you just tacked on a couple runs to make this a 4-run deficit. If you're Tomachko, you want to go out here and just kind of have a shutdown inning. Get out of here, get out of this half as soon as possible, and get those the sticks back. They are red hot right now.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes again. It's in the dirt and it gets away. That's a stolen base for Canisijo, who has great speed. And that was his second attempt stealing third base. Meanwhile, it's a 2-2 count on the hitter Adam Odd. Runner on third base, nobody out. This is a tough task here for Julian Tomachko. And it's hit on the ground. Charlie Towers has it eat him up. It goes into the outfield. It'll probably be a base hit for Adam Odd as he smoked that ball right at Charlie Towers. And it's now 8-3 Barrie Baycats.
Yeah, Towers tried to play it on the backhand there and then kind of let it eat him up a little bit and couldn't get it after that mega hop right off the top of the glove.
That was going to have to be a heck of a play by Charlie Towers, but if he did come up with it, it looked like Canisijo was holding at third base. Now the situation changes quite vastly. Runner on first base, nobody out. And the Barrie Baycats have the heart of their order coming up here with the number 3 hitter, Ricky Phillips. Pickoff throw to first by Tomachko, and that was a pretty good move.
I believe there's a new catcher in the game for the Maple Leafs. Justice McGee behind the dish now. Can't make out if that says 22 or 28 on the back, but...
No, you're right, though, I think. Yeah. Yeah, you are correct. Good eye. Take the workload off of Chialtis a little bit. He's going to probably do a lot of catching for the Maple Leafs. although it might just be a situation of whoever's bat is hotter between Chialtis and Justice McGee over this stretch. So there might be some playing time to be earned at the catching position for the Maple Leafs over this weekend. With Justin Mara being out of the mix.
And I guess Mara being out of the mix for his reasoning is understandable.
McGee's throwing a second base is offline. Jose Vinicio backing it up, but it doesn't matter. The runner Adamad will hold his ground at second base.
Designated hitter number 27, Ryan Rio.
For Adamad, that's his first stolen base of the season. Adamad doesn't really steal a lot of bases. He had 8 over 30 games last season. Ryan Rio is at the plate. Tamachko delivers a strike over the outside corner to Rio. That's Julian Valdez warming up in the bullpen for the Maple Leafs.
Again, at the start of the game, we highlighted all the pitchers that are available. And it looks like we're going to have another meeting on the mound, but this time again, it's just the signs. Obviously, like we've been highlighting all game long, there's no Justin Mara this weekend. So these two backstops, they got to kind of get acquainted and adjusted to this pitching staff and how they have their signs settled.
Julian Tamachko has the ability to give the Maple Leafs some length, although each of his outings has been exactly 1 inning. He's been a starting pitcher in the past. I think he did it when he was with McMaster University, although that was, when he played with McMaster, that was the first year that he was a pitcher. Transitioned from being a first baseman of all positions to transition from. And then was a starter playing out in Western Canada, played for Fort McMurray and the Edmonton Prospects, the Okotoks Dogs. Ahead in the count here to Ryan Rio. And he misses low with the breaking ball. Of all the pitches that Tamachko features, he was most excited about his slider this season. Here's the 1-1. As most starting pitchers do, Julian Tamachko's got a full arsenal. He's got the fastball, the slider, the changeup, and the curveball. Here's the 1-2. You know, last season was one that Tamachko really wanted to improve on when, you know, it came to his numbers, especially the earned run average. But what was interesting last season was that in games that the Maple Leafs were winning, Julian Tamachko pitched better. He had an ERA of just 4.50 as he delivers high to Ryan Rio.
It's kind of slipping away from him here. A couple of the pitches just missing on the outer half or just missing high. He's just make sure he's finishing down here on this fastball.
He's going to want to be careful with this 3-2 pitch, though, to Rio. And he was. It was a good one on the inside inner half of the plate.
That's a good spot to locate that fastball, especially after you went 2 on the outer half and then 1 high and outside. You come back inside with a good heater and you make Rio chase like that and you jam him a little bit.
This is a good matchup for Rio against Tamachko with the righty-lefty. If you miss here with ball 4, there's a couple of good scenarios that could come out of it. And he does, but it was close. Rio will head down to first base, so now he gets the righty-righty matchup with Malik Williams, who's not an easy guy to get out, but the double play is now in order for Tomochko and the Leafs.
And again, you came into this inning, you wanted a quick one to try to get out of it. After you just scored a couple to bring this game back within a reach. A couple errors on the infield and 2 on now.
Misses with a breaking ball to Williams over the inner half. Now he finds the zone. Malik Williams had one of the 3 home runs that the Barrie Baycats hit against Brantford in their last game. All solo shots. The 1-1 in the dirt, blocked by Justice McGee. Malik Williams has come into this game with a 3-game RBI streak. Also a 3-game hitting streak. And he takes a strike at the knees, 2-2. Williams has been tearing the cover off the baseball recently. 7 hits in his last 3 games.
He is a force to be reckoned with here in this Barrie Baycats lineup.
Here's the 2-2. And he hits it down the line, fair ball. That one's gonna roll all the way to the wall. It's picked up in the corner. 1 run is gonna come in to score. Carrington gets it in quickly, and with Ryan Rio running to third base, he'll hold his ground right there. But the Barrie Baycats extend the lead, it's 9-3.
He talked about that RBI streak there for Malik Williams, and he just extends it. That's a beautiful piece of hitting. You just get ahead of that fastball, you pull it right inside of that third base line. Really, where that ball landed, just in the middle of no man's land. Solazo could not get there, and it just goes down to the corner for a double. It's just a fantastic piece of hitting out of a really hot hitter right now.
Rob Butler to the mound, and that's it for Julian Tomochko. He'll give way to another Julian Junior Valdez. He's coming into the game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, we have a couple of changes. In fact, everyone in the battery right now is different than what we thought it was. First is Julian Junior Valdez, who's on the mound for the Maple Leafs. The catcher, apologies, it's not Justice McGee behind the plate. Maple Leafs have a junior call-up today. It's Lachlan Maud who's behind the plate. Plays for the Mississauga Tigers. And we have a new hitter in the game as well for the Barrie Baycats. And I believe that's Brad McQuinn who's at the plate.
So a complete change in this at-bat.
Valdez pitch. That one just misses. Three and 0 here to McQuinn. And that one finds his zone. And McQuinn takes low ball 4. So that is going to load the bases for the Barrie Baycats. And it's a guy who already has a home run today, Hayden Jaco, the former London Major and IBL Champion back in 2021. He's got a teammate on the other side of things with that London Major Championship team, and Julian Johnson on the side of the Maple Leafs. So bases loaded, and Jaco takes a big cut at the first pitch and misses. Strike one.
Yeah, you mentioned Jaco is already swinging a hot bat today with that solo shot he hit earlier, and he is wasting no time. He wants to try to clear these bases right here and right now.
The 0-1. Jaco fights it off. It's 0-2.
Jaco wants to kind of cement this one and put it to bed completely. Maple Leafs have been showing fight. And if Valdez can get out of this inning, there's still a very good chance. There's still some time left in this game.
Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, gets to the backstop. And Lachlan Maud got just enough of that baseball to keep Ryan Rio at third base. Although that ball would have to get pretty far away to score Rio. This one's popped up. Charlie Towers calling for it on the infield. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away. And now Valdez has the chance to get out of this jam. Julian Valdez has 3 1/3 innings of experience at AA with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, playing in the Toronto Blue Jays system. Before coming to the Maple Leafs, he came out of A-ball, playing for the Dunedin Blue Jays in the Florida State League. Noah Hull fouls it off.
He has that experience in those high pressure situations, and right there comes through clutch. Good at bat. And he fought it off, and he was able to get the out there. Now force anywhere.
Here's the 0-1. That's a strike. Line drive. This one's into the outfield, and it's going to fall in fair territory. That'll cash in Ryan Rio. And another run comes in to score on Malik Williams, and it's 11-3 Barrie Baycats.
Oh, you say there, Valdez made a good pitch. Just the batter puts it in an even better spot, just inside that left field foul line. Nobody's able to get to that one. It's just a perfectly placed hit, and it cashes 2 there for Barrie.
Just want to mention as well, I saw Taylor Lepard in the chat, pitched for the Toronto Maple Leafs last season, and congratulations, Taylor, as well. I know he was trying to get that pro contract coming out of the IBL last season. From what I've seen on social media, looks like he's been working really hard, and he's playing with Hagerstown in the Atlantic League. Good to see. Former Maple Leafs, moving on and doing well.
Ryan DeSantos was actually doing live at-bats with him a couple weeks ago. And,
oh, yeah?
It was funny because how Ryan explained it to me was I hit a slider off of him, and then he got mad and threw me 4 straight fastballs, and I missed them all.
Yeah, because he throws 95, 96 now. He's he's really getting it up there. He was great in the short time he was with the Leafs last season. Kyle Maves at the plate.
Yeah, DeSantos saying it wasn't fair. It seemed like he just got mad.
Yeah.
And he started pumping me mid-90s fastballs from the left side.
Yeah. Well, Julian Valdez has that next level stuff as well. Here's the 1-2. And there have been times when he's pitching for the Leafs where you really see it. And I was talking to Jordan Castaldo, who was facing Valdez before the season, kind of like Ryan DeSantos was with Lepard, and he said if Valdez has his A stuff, it's really going to play here in the Intercounty Baseball League.
We've seen glimpses of it. We've seen a few moments where he's had his ace stuff, and then it should always come down to the control issues.
That pitch is outside, counts now 2-2.
If he can just get the control on that fastball, and same thing with his off speed, then he'd be a lethal arm in this bullpen for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, he is. He has the potential to be a very big arm for this Maple Leafs team here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That pitch is in the dirt. Think of another guy that also had some of that pro experience, one of the import players that was on the Maple Leafs on their 2022 IBL Finals run, in Franklin Hernandez. Obviously, he was pitching from the other side of the rubber as a lefty, but he was a guy who really found it late in the season that year. This one's crushed. Deep to left field by Kyle Maves, but not far enough. It's tracked down by Greg Carrington a couple steps in front of the wall. So the top of the 6th inning is over, but the Barrie Baycats tack on more runs. They now lead 11-3 over Toronto. Ryan Dos Santos at the plate for the Maple Leafs. Faces the new arm and Ryan Lacasse for the Barrie Baycats. Ryan Lacasse played baseball for the Laurentian Voltigeurs. Now evens the count 2-2 on Ryan Dos Santos as he rockets that one foul down the right side.
It looked like a fastball in her half, and Dos Santos was just way out ahead of it. Hold that way foul.
Dos Santos hits it in the air. This one's playable out there in left field. And Nolan Macabroda makes the catch. Brad McQuinn, makes the catch. McQuinn came in to pinch hit last inning. Lacasse's pitch to Connor Lewis, misses outside. Connor Lewis gets into one, hits it to left field, and that one doesn't quite have enough. Catch made by McQuinn again. Welcome to the game. First two plays, come right to him.
Hey. Only way to keep yourself warm out here. It's getting a little bit frigid.
Yeah. It is. It's really cold.
I mean, usually I'm okay, and the sweater is all, but it's like my hands are getting cold, the ears are getting cold. Fun time. You guys should have prepared with a heavier sweater.
It was like 20 degrees at first pitch.
That's with the sun up.
Greg Carrington swings through one, so the count's now 1-1. Now, Lacasse gets ahead in the count. One strike away from getting through a 1-2-3 inning. The 1-2. Well outside.
Lacasse coming in, he's working quickly. 2 quick outs already, and he jumped out early 0-2 to the third batter here.
Greg Carrington off to a 4-for-18 start to the season. And he swings and misses, strike 3. Boy, Ryan Lacasse comes into the game and shuts down the Maple Leafs. His team ahead 11-3 as we head to the 7th. Kanis Icho is going to lead things off for the Barrie Baycats, trying to tack on to what's already a healthy lead for Barrie. Up 11-3 in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch to Ijo is inside. We're in the top of the 7th, and we've hit the 2-hour and 12-minute mark. Here's the 1-0 to Ijo. Hit hard into the outfield. A base hit. Adam Odd steps to the plate. Facing Julian Valdez, who's still on the mound for the Maple Leafs. Valdez came in midway through the 6th. Runner goes. Mod's throw on the money and on the runner going down to second base as well.
Look, Vinicio just kind of missed it. Just complete whiff and it nailed the runner.
Ouch.
That one's going to sting, especially in the cold.
I'll bet you if you went down there, it wouldn't be as cold. I think it's just because we're up high on the hill. Because now that the wind's died down, it's not bad.
I'll go into the reinforcements I have at the bottom of the hill here, see if it's cold.
You're texting someone who's down there to get the weather update?
Yeah.
What did you say? Is it cold?
I said, is it cold down there?
That's not. That's not going to be awfully helpful.
Well, for context, it's Ryan Dos Santos' girlfriend. She's with the other spouses of the Maple Leaf players down there.
Okay, so we got the Maple Leaf connection.
Well, I got yes, so.
Oh, that was fast.
That was very fast.
Two-one to Adam Odd. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Adam Odd fouls one straight back.
I don't think I've seen.
Yeah, if you're looking for graphics in the next couple seconds, you're not
going to get it
because our graphics operator just went and chased down that ball.
I don't think I've ever seen him jump up out of the chair that fast.
Here's the thing, though. He jumped out of the chair and then ran across the street.
He looked both ways. If that helps
No,
anybody.
did he?
I don't know. I hope so.
Adam Odd swings and misses, strike 3. Did you get it?
Did you get the ball? IBL baseball in the hands of the Thomas West.
Can we Bonacam this?
We have ourselves a baseball up here in the booth. You gotta show them the IBL logo. Get the logo in there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it has a logo on it. It's official.
That pitch misses outside.
Let's see it.
So, yeah,
wow,
here
there it is.
Got the this here you can see the concrete mark where it smashed off the middle
That's
of the
going to
road.
be very difficult
yeah,
to
if
see.
you can get that would be impressive.
Vonacam, owned and operated by Rob Vona.
Swing and a miss by Ricky Phillips, 1-1. You know what we're gonna do with this baseball?
Give it right on back.
We're gonna give it back to the Maple Leafs.
Because what do you got to do when you're in the IBL, Thomas?
I don't know if it's an IBL rule everywhere, but at Dominico Field, balls go back to the team. The 1-1 low 2-1 to Ricky Phillips. So did you run all the way across the street for that? Did you look both ways? He did. He
See, I told you.
excellent.
We promote safety here on the Maple Leafs broadcast.
2-1. On the ground, high chopper. John Solazo gets his first bit of action in the 7th inning, and it goes well. He throws on to first in time. That retires Ricky Phillips.
Designated hitter number 27, Ryan Rio.
Turns things over to Ryan Rio, cleanup hitter for Barrie Baycats. Here's the first pitch. Rio fouls it off.
It's getting very late here at Dominico Park, but the one group that's still out here and still being loud no matter what the score is, what the situation is those good old Bushmen.
Yeah, they're still in full force. Some of them even in shorts.
That's impressive. I've been seeing some people walk up the hill in short sleeves, no sweater or anything, and I don't understand how they aren't even a little bit chilly.
Rio takes low.
It is
12 degrees.
I was going to say a whopping 12 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
It has really cooled down. It was high 20s today.
The ball was soaring out of the ballpark
Yeah.
at the beginning of this game. I think it's getting knocked down a bit now. Here's the 1-1. Rio cues it foul off the end of the bat right towards the Maple Leafs dugout. One and two. Valdez trying to get out of the inning. Tough hitter, and Ryan Rio. Rio hits it in the air. This one's to left field. It's playable. Greg Carrington comes over and makes a nice running catch. Just in front of that barrier out there in left field by the Maple Leafs bullpen, and he gets some high fives on his way back to the dugout. It's the Barrie Baycats 11, the Maple Leafs 3. We'll be right back here from Dominico Field. Well, welcome back to Dominico Field. Toronto Maple Leafs baseball on YouTube is brought to you by MNP. National in scope, local in focus. MNP is one of Canada's leading professional services firms, proudly serving individuals, businesses, and organizations since 1958.
It's a long time.
This will be the first at-bat for Lachlan Maud, and he gets robbed out there in center field. Excellent play by Kanice Ejo.
Ejo had a great read on that ball, too, because it was slicing away from him from center to right fields. Maud got kind of inside out it a little bit, and he forced it to the outfield there. And just good job by Ejo to make that play and have that read.
Charlie Towers at the plate for the Maple Leafs. And he swings at the first pitch, but misses.
Last time up, Towers went down looking, didn't agree with the strikeout call. Looked like it was off the outside half, but at the time, Cesar got the call.
Towers fouls it off. Ryan Lacasse is making his Intercounty Baseball League debut here. Hails out of Sudbury, Ontario, and he's dealing. Got through the first Maple Leafs hitters, first 3 Maple Leafs hitters.
Yeah, really good first inning of work for Lacaste, and working quickly here again in the second inning of work.
Towers rockets one foul to the right. Yeah, he's retired the first 4 hitters that he's faced, a 1-2-3 inning in his first inning. Gets Lachlan Maud on 2 pitches, and now he's ahead 0-2 on Charlie Towers, who is battling, and he misses in the dirt.
It's been a tough day in the field for Towers and the Maple Leafs. A couple errors for the boys in blue.
In baby blue. Debuted those uniforms on Sunday. They looked great, but more importantly to them, they won. Might want to go back to the whites next time out. Or do you stick with it? I don't know.
I mean, hey, you're 1-1 in them. I think the whites you're also 1-1 in them as well.
Okay. Maybe wear the road uniforms.
Yeah, well, I mean, the roads haven't been that good for the Maple Leafs either.
Charlie Towers gets into this one on a line and caught by Ricky Phillips out there in right field. 2 away. 5 up, 5 down for Ryan Lacasse.
Yeah, if you look at the home and away record here for the Maple Leafs so far this year, they're 2-2 at home, but 0-3 on the road. So they haven't been able to do it so far yet away from Dominico Park.
Jose Vinicio steps to the plate, takes low, ball 1. Lacasse has needed 20 pitches to get 5 outs. (11-3) Baycats here in the top of the 7th, bottom of the 7th. Getting to the point where my face is kind of cold. So it's
starting to,
like the pronunciations are starting to get
yeah,
hard.
Yeah.
2-0. Misses 3-0.
Again, I feel like we jinxed the wind. We said it was slowing down, and then the wind just kind of said, no, I'm still here, and it's still attacking.
Vinicio tries to make his strike zone smaller on that 3-0 pitch, but it's in there anyway. 3-1. And that one catches the outside corner. Full count. Jose Vinicio hits one in the air. This one's in play to Kanice Ejo, who makes the run and catch. Another 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Lacasse, who retired all 6 batters that he's faced in his Inter-County Baseball League career. It's the Barrie Baycats who lead 11-3 over the Maple Leafs. Welcome to the top of the 8th inning here at Dominico Field. 11-3 Barrie Baycats. Malik Williams is going to lead things off. Julian Valdez back on the mound for the Maple Leafs, and in terms of preserving the bullpen, he'd be doing yeoman's work if he could get through this top of the 8th. Not much action in the Leafs bullpen right now.
I think it's more so in the bullpen. They're just trying to keep warm. You've seen Akorski just kind of staying on the mound, going through the motions.
There's also no action in the Barrie Baycats bullpen, and why would there be? Ryan Lacasse is dealing.
Yes, like you said, 6 up, 6 down for Lacasse.
Do you know what the dimensions are?
He's been doing really well so far in the game when you talk about just coming and making your IBL debut.
Behind, though, in the count. 3-0 to Malik Williams. Give him the green light here?
I would. He's swinging a hot bat right now. Been on base multiple times today. Why not?
Good call. Good call. Wow. I would have said no. That is a great call. Malik Williams did get a pitch that he liked, but he missed it.
That's why I'm called the color commentator. The analyst.
Yeah, that's good analysis. There's the 3-1 on Malik Williams. Might get another pitch he likes here. Fastball count. Oh, he caught another one too, and once again, just missed it.
He's just swinging just over the top of these fastballs too. If he gets a piece, these are sailing a long way.
Can Valdez find the zone again here? Full count. Strike 3 called. How about that?
And that's that A-plus stuff we were talking about from Valdez. We know he has that in his arsenal. And it's that mid-90s fastball that he can just pump back. And if he gets it on the black like that, that is phenomenal work.
You think the chilly temperatures are worse for pitchers or worse for hitters?
It kind of factors in for both. I mean, like for hitters, if you look at it, if you hit the ball awkwardly off the bat, it's gonna ring your hands.
Yeah.
For pitchers, I mean, a lot of arm injuries. If you release a ball wrong way, possible, like landing spot wise, if the ground gets too hard?
Well,
Land
it's
on
not,
awkwardly.
it's not freezing. It's not below 0.
I'm just putting out some facts here.
Yeah,
Mr. West.
I think it's worse for pitchers.
I think for
you lose some velocity for sure.
For sure, you
Yeah.
lose because your muscles tighten up and everything.
1-1. That one's swung on and missed.
Injury risk for pitchers is definitely higher.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely it.
Brad McQuinn is in for his second at bat. Pinch hit, and he's now playing left field. Takes high. The count's now 2-2. Strike 3 called.
Another fantastic location right there by Valdez. Again, looks like he's painting that fastball just on the outer half and gets him looking.
So that'll bring Hayden Jaco to the plate. Valdez has struck out the first 2 batters in the top of the 8th inning. Delivers
Working
another
quickly.
strike.
Working very quickly here too. And obviously with this situation, with the way the game has gone, this is a very positive sign for the Maple Leafs. If this is the Valdez you can get for a long period of time over this season, this is a big plus, especially depending on how severe the Sam Green injury is.
Yeah. And, you know, we talked about the control of Julian Valdez. His control's been very good in this outing. He's thrown 28 strikes and 19 balls. The 1-1. And it's fouled straight back, just shy of the press box. Valdez trying to get out of the top of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch to Hayden Jaco. Check swing, strike 3 called. 3 strikeouts in the inning. Julian Valdez strikes out the side, but the Maple Leafs still need a boatload of runs. We head to the bottom of the 8th, trailing 11-3. Aluku's back on the mound for the Barrie Baycats. Ryan Lacasse, 6 up, 6 down. Jordan Castaldo is at the plate. And Castaldo takes low. Two, 3, 4 for the Maple Leafs coming up. Think he has the green light here? Hurry up.
I think he's taking it.
Yeah, I think so too. Outside. Ball 4. Jordan Castaldo draws the walk. That's the first batter that was not been retired by Ryan Lacasse. That's 4 walks in 7 games on the season for Jordan Castaldo. That is not on Jordan Castaldo pace, believe it or not, in terms of the walk department. The batter is Julian Johnson now for the Maple Leafs.
Johnson walking the plate. Heard a little bit of Nickelback. Now I got a question for you.
Yeah,
Nickelback is a walk-up song. Is that acceptable?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, some people. Hey, man, some people don't like Nickelback.
I'm not a big song listener, but I don't see why people don't like Nickelback. It's pretty good.
They got some good music.
Yeah. 2-0 to Julian Johnson. Strike 3 called.
Third baseman, number 17, Jonathan Solazo.
Maple Leafs are, I believe, leading the Intercounty Baseball League in Julians this season. Got 3 of them. Julian Valdez, Julian Tomachko, and Julian Johnson.
Yeah.
John Solazo pops it up. McQueen gets his 3rd ball already that he's been hit out there in the last 3 innings. I was calling for a hockey team once, and they had 5 Ethans on the team.
The craziest one I ever had was when I was playing baseball. I had like 5 or 6 Michaels on the team.
Yeah.
And it was very confusing at times to play with them.
This one's popped up by Ryan Dos Santos. It is in play and missed. Noah Hall looked like he had a beat on it, then just took his eye off it for a moment. So another life for Ryan Dos Santos. And there's some silliness going on in the
There's
sound.
a lot of silliness going on right now.
Yeah, sound effects department at Dominico Field. Hey,
Was that
was like
Greg Carrington throwing some pitches in the bullpen?
yeah,
I did not notice that.
yeah, he's pitching this year.
Well, I knew he was pitching this year.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just didn't expect him to come in.
Dos Santos lines one. This one's in the outfield, and that's going to find a gap. It bounces up near the wall. Ryan Dos Santos cruises into second base with a 2-out double. Jordan Castaldo moves up to 3rd. Connor Lewis comes to the plate with 2 in scoring position. It is very late for the Maple Leafs, but if they're gonna pull off a miracle comeback, Connor Lewis needs to hit a single here.
Yeah. You know what they say, never say never.
Yeah. So Connor Lewis trying to tack on some runs here for the Maple Leafs, and he might just do it. Floats one into the outfield, a dive, and that is caught. Oh boy, what a catch by Ricky Phillips to take one away from Connor Lewis. And the Maple Leafs are retired in the inning. We'll be right back here at Dominico Field. Carrington about the transition about becoming a pitcher in the IBL and what he might be featuring.
Well, I worked this all off season at this place called BDG, and that place I'm around pitchers all day. See guys pitching all the time. I'm like, well, let me try out a little bit. I got a good arm. I think I could pick up an off-speed pitch or two and figure some stuff out and help the team out any way I can. I know last year there was a few games there where I couldn't make it on time. Due to other stuff, because IBL players, we got other stuff to do in our lives, but if I can make it there a little bit later now and be an option out of the bullpen to help the team, I think it's really great.
Back here at Dominico Field, top of the 9th inning, and new pitcher into the game for the Maple Leafs is Greg Carrington. So you may have just seen there on the broadcast, Greg Carrington is trying out his hand at pitching this season, and it's gone well for him to start his pitching career in the Intercounty Baseball League. He pitched 2 seasons ago for the Maple Leafs. He got an inning, but that was kind of just as a phantom inning of relief when the Maple Leafs were down. And the first batter he faced was Robert Mullen, and Mullen took him to deep left field, and the catch was made in left field by Dustin Richardson. He scaled the wall and made a catch, and that's how Greg Carrington's pitching career got started.
Dustin in left field, wow.
So that was an interesting situation. And then he went on to get the next couple batters, and here he is with an ERA of 0 in his IBL career. And now he gets a strikeout of Noah Hall. So Greg Carrington off to a good start. So this is, I guess what I'm trying to say, this is something that Greg Carrington has been working on in the offseason, and he's going to try to provide some value for the Maple Leafs, pitching out of the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, hey, why not? Every arm is needed in a long season, so if you can get production anywhere, I mean, I'm sure the Maple Leafs will take it.
So that's the second IBL strikeout for Greg Carrington. Anyway, just to finish that story, so Dustin Richardson makes the catches off of Robert Mullen, tough hitter. Comes back, who's the first hitter that he faces against the Welland Jackfish last inning? Oh, what a play by Greg Carrington. Behind the back catch, and it goes to first to get the out.
Wow. That might be one of the best pitcher plays I have seen in a very, very long time. Wow.
Another look. Oh!
Wow! That That was amazing.
So that brings Castaldo to the plate. I mean, he just took a stab at that and got it.
I mean, so, hey, sometimes you just got to put the glove there and pray to God that he'll find it.
So Greg Carrington didn't want to reveal what his pitches were before the season, but now that he has pitched, he's going with a fastball and a slider. And he said he's got his fastball up to 86 miles an hour, which that'll play.
Yeah, that'll definitely play. If you can mix that in with a nice slider. I mean,
Sure.
Yeah.
He has a chance of getting through a 1-2-3 inning here against Castaldo.
That looked like the slider right there on the other half.
Missed low. It's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. This one's popped up. Ryan Dos Santos comes over and makes the catch. Greg Carrington, off to a sparkling start of his pitching career in the Intercounty Baseball League, gets through a 1-2-3 inning. Last chance for the Maple Leafs coming up. Ryan Lacasse is going to stay in the game and pitch for the Barrie Baycats once again, trying to get through a fourth scoreless inning. And he is going to face a pinch hitter in Jamie Cabral. Jamie Cabral is hitting in the place of Greg Carrington, and he pops the first pitch up. One away. Malik Williams over there makes the catch. So that means if the Maple Leafs come back, tie the game 11-11, and it goes to extra innings, then Jamie Cabral is in the pitching position.
Let's see it happen.
He's got to do it.
He's got to do it.
He's got to do it.
He's got to do it. I say make it happen.
So the Maple Leafs have 2 outs to work with here in the bottom of the 9th. Lachlan Maud at the plate. Lachlan Maud was robbed of a hit by Castaldo in center field in his last at-bat. He got some pretty good wood on it. It's in a 1-1 count here. Swings and misses, 1 and 2.
Lachlan Maud, he has a pretty good presence to him in the batter's box.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Oh, step off. Time called by Maud at home plate. The 1-2 is fouled off. So I'll give credit to the Maple Leafs faithful here at Dominico Field, they hung through this cold for a while. Most have trickled out at this point in the ball
I think
game.
it also happens to just with the time that it is now.
Here's the 1-2. Did you watch to the end of the Blue Jays game yesterday?
I did. I did watch to the end of that game. I was laying in bed and I watched all 3 outs.
Yeah.
That took, I think, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Still can't believe that happened.
Well, it didn't take 10 minutes. It was 7 pitches. 7 pitches, so.
It just always feels like a long time with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it was a 1-hour rain delay in the middle of the 9th inning. So they played the bottom 9th with the Jays up 7-2.
I won't get into the issue I had with that.
I was working that game. This one's fouled off by Lachlan Maud.
I'll just never understand that it was the bottom or the 5th inning against Kansas City. They were down by 1, and they just called the game.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Right.
Bottom of the 9th.
Yeah. And that was the game where it was a rain out. They called the game, and then as soon as the game got called, they went on with the sprinkler system and watered the field.
Yep.
Lachlan Maud fouls this one off. It's 3-2. Having a pretty good at-bat here against Ryan Lacasse.
Yeah, Maud has looked good behind the plate.
Yeah.
So far in the later stages of this game, and I mean, again, he's put together 2 good at-bats. He smoked one to center field who was just caught by Ejoy on the run. And this at-bat, he's been battling.
See if we can earn himself his first IBL hit, which he deserved in his last at-bat. Fouls it off. This is pitch number 49 from Lacasse. And it's fouled off again.
He's fighting. He wants that first IBL base hit.
Another 3-2 pitch. And Maud hits one in the air. This one's deep to center field. And it's caught by Canis Ejo, who just robbed him again.
He put a charge into that, but he probably put it into the deepest part of the park.
Wow. If it wasn't 12 degrees, that would have been a home run.
If he only hit that 2 hours ago, that was probably going over the wall.
What an at-bat from Lachlan Maud. He is.
I definitely think he's opened some eyes here in the Maple Leafs organization.
So you hear the anime theme song walk-up music. That means Justice McGee is coming on to get an at-bat for the Maple Leafs. This could be a nice way to get the bat of Justice McGee going, looking for his first hit of the season. Ahead in the count here, 2-0. And Justice McGee swings and misses. Got fooled by an off-speed pitch there.
Yeah, he saw 2 on the outer half for the first 2 pitches, and then it looked like that one just didn't break.
The 2-1. McGee swings through another one. It's now 2-2. And he hits one up the middle. That one's snared at second base by Kyle Maves. Throws on the run. And he got him. What a play by Kyle Maves. Preceded by a great play in center field by Canis Ejo. Good defense of the Barrie Baycats today. But the offense was what clicked. They beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 11-3.
Yeah, and I mean, the bats were red hot really just since the start of the game. They got it to that 6-0 lead almost instantaneously. And they just kind of continued their hot play that they have to start this IBL season.
Well, the Toronto Maple Leafs, lacking a bit of offense, couldn't shut down the red-hot bats of the Barrie Baycats. They're going to increase their team batting average to over 300 on the season as they take down the Maple Leafs 11-3. Appreciate everyone tuning in to the Toronto Maple Leafs baseball on YouTube. For myself, Thomas West, as well as Zach Benoit. Have a good night.